Hi guys,
Hello.
we're back. Today we're talking Marvel, and to be fair, nothing coherent. I think we're just going to sit around and talk about what has been released in the San Diego Comic-Con with just the titles of upcoming phases and that sort of thing.
Just discussing what we think. Some of them are pretty quick, some of them we go a bit in depth.
Feel free to follow us on this weird rant that we're going to go on. And before you start, if you're interested, like and subscribe and follow us more. We're around.
We are.
And this is where my comic book knowledge is starting to wane.
Yeah, because
they're breaking into series that I just have no idea about.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was going to say. Like all this stuff.
Which is exciting. I like knowing little. Like with the first, let's just say 8 of the 20. Like I was pretty up to date with what was going on.
Except for Guardians, I think.
Guardians was a nice breakaway. Pop hit.
But it was also like, Guardians was like, I don't know if we're going to like it because it's like B grade character. And then
no, I think we went in there with literally zero expectations. Yeah. And that was why it was
I feel like that's what's going to happen with pretty much all of Phase 4.
Yeah, exactly.
Minus Spider-Man, which already came out.
Well, I haven't
Spider-Man's kind of like the end.
Though.
Yeah, you haven't. But Spider-Man was kind of like the end of Phase... Well, Kevin Feige said it was the end of Phase 3 / the beginning of Phase 4.
Okay, yeah, so it sort of works in the middle there.
So, what do we got? So, Black Panther 2 is coming out.
Okay.
You saw Black Panther.
I saw Black Panther,
I'm excited for... I think out of all of them, I'm probably more excited for Black Panther 2 than anything else, just because I really like the first one.
Okay, I'm interested... I'm going to break away for a second. I know I'm getting ahead of myself. Out of the ones that I've seen, I'm excited about Black Widow. Because I want to know what they're doing there. Is it a prequel? Do we know yet?
I don't think so. I don't think we know.
Okay, because I reckon it can't be a prequel. I think it's too
Avengers.
Late to go back and go, oh, here's a backstory for her.
Well, I mean, they keep hinting at this Budapest thing, and Hawkeye's getting a show too. So maybe what I think it is, it's going to be a prequel for both of them, and at the end, they'll probably do like a crossover kind of DC style thing, and it'll be that Budapest thing.
I kind of hope it's something later. I don't want them to bring it back.
Because she's... Spoilers.
That's what I mean. I don't want them to bring it back and then undo everything that the movie just did. You know what I mean?
I get you.
But I don't think that we need a backstory now. It's too late to do that. Like if they...
But then what do you do? You know?
Well, that's my question. Like I feel like they missed their opportunity. They should have done it after Avengers 1, if not 2. They should have done it. Then we needed it.
Even if they did it as a miniseries or like an Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. type deal.
Yeah, something. I feel like if they go and do a prequel
which that's
now,
in its final season this year too.
Yeah, I've not followed that much at all.
But yeah, I agree with you. But at the same time, who knows what they're going to do? But they're saying that you need to watch, because since we're talking about both, Black Panther, which is a movie, and Black Widow, which is going to be a series on Disney Plus or whatever we get here in Australia. Because I don't think we're getting Disney Plus, or we will in like 4 years' time because we're slow. They're saying now they're kind of, because like Avengers, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. kind of sort of reference things, but you didn't need to watch it to keep up. Yeah. They're saying now they're really going to cross-reference.
Okay, so now
you got to kind of watch everything.
More homework, basically.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which, it's Marvel, so, but at the same time, a lot of people are going to be like, they're just going to watch the movies.
Some people are going to jump off because of it. I think you're expecting a lot from people who work and have families. And, it's a lot as it is. I've even got to see Spider-Man Far From Home yet. And I want to, I haven't had a chance to. For me, Rach to actually both go, never happens. And now Lion King, and...
Disney's just...
I want to see Lion King so
ruining
badly.
everyone's life.
It's like you can't live at the cinema. So, I don't know.
I mean, no, you can't.
I'm going to blank it. That'll be fine.
So, here's one that I don't know anything about. I've heard the name thrown around, but I don't know anything about it. The Eternals.
Okay. Is that to do with the elements?
Sure, I guess.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. I really have no idea.
Alright, let's keep scrolling. But in saying that, I do have complete faith in Marvel. Like, they haven't let us down yet. So as much as I'm saying I don't know what they're going to do, and I don't know the source material anymore that they're using, it doesn't mean that I'm like, they're going to lose it, or none of that. They know what they're doing, and they've done it well for the last, however long. Yeah. So I fully do... Until they really screw up, which they don't look like they're going to, they're not slowing down, true. I will trust them with what they're doing.
Next, Doctor Strange 2.
Doctor Strange 2? Okay. Obviously, we don't know much about that yet.
They have said that it's going to be Marvel's first foray into horror film.
I'm okay with that.
I thought you would
I'm actually very okay with that. Okay, so do we know about returning cast at all?
Well, I guess...
Obviously, Cumberbatch is back.
Yeah.
That's pretty much a given. Because the last thing we saw in the post-credit sequence was the guy from Serenity? No, the guy from The Matrix? Sucking powers from other wizards.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, he was. Okay.
I guess that...
So that could be the horror element.
Maybe.
If it's, if they follow that as the storyline.
Yeah. I don't remember much about Doctor Strange. I think that's my least favourite Marvel film so far.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
I wasn't a huge fan. I think that the Asian wizard dude will be back. I can't think of his name.
That's the guy I'm talking about, right? Oh, you're talking about
his friend.
the fat one.
Yeah, I wasn't going to say that, but yeah.
Well, we can cut that out. But cool. I know you're talking about. Okay, cool.
I think he'll be back because he's kind of a part of that whole thing.
Speaking of though, if we're going to talk about it is Marvel technically. So if we're talking about their first array into full horror, where does New Mutants fit into that? Have you seen the trailer for that? Because that looks pretty terrifying.
No.
I am so excited about New Mutants.
I have to check that out.
Give it a look.
Okay.
I'll definitely go see it.
Yeah.
I'm excited about it enough that we haven't seen a trailer already think at all.
Just been told.
But yeah, no, I did enjoy the first Doctor Strange. I'll happily go see number 2.
Another thing that came out from Comic-Con was Guardians 3.
Yes.
Which I'll watch.
I'll definitely watch.
I think Thor will be a part of it too. I'm curious how he's going to fit into the whole thing.
Are they not going to call it as Guardians of the Galaxy?
They should.
If they don't, I'm a little bit upset.
Well, so far, I think it's just Guardians Volume 3.
But it should be Guardians Volume 3. You know that volume's always like a different sort of like almost spray painted font. They should have as in front of it also spray painted. So it is as Guardians, but
a graffiti type.
It's like Thor's coming just.
That's so good.
Just because he can.
I'm a fan of that.
That would be cool.
I'm curious if it's still Fat Thor.
I don't reckon he will be. I reckon he's over his personal,
PTSD type thing.
Yeah, his issues are done. I think he'll go back to his.
I think you have flashes of
self.
I think I have flashes of it because I lost Tony and Cap didn't come back and stuff. And I don't know, not many people know that Cap was. Did he know that Cap was an old dude? Like he stayed in the past.
Look,
because I think it was only Hulk, Sam, and
that we saw on the screen.
Yeah,
I feel like it's Marvel. They would just assume that everyone knows that now.
Okay, fair.
That's my opinion. I reckon that's just how it is.
That's just how it people.
Yeah. Like obviously, they would talk. I'm sure they have weekly by meetings.
Yeah, fair. So yeah,
weekly meetings.
Weekly by meetings. So that and I love Dave Bautista as Drax. I think he's the standout in the movies, in those movies.
Really?
You don't like him?
Drax is probably my least favorite character out of the Guardians, which is just a personal thing. I feel like it's just his character never really propels the story.
No, he's onward. Just there as he's the comedic relief, which the whole movie is comedy relief.
I get that, but
it's comedy.
I think his character is crying for a bit of storyline.
So do you think they find Gamora in this new one?
That would be my hope.
I think that would be the storyline. Yeah.
But the problem is, if they can bring Gamora back, that opens up the idea that they can bring back Widow back.
But no, because
the same way.
But that Gamora is from a different timeline. But now she's in their timeline. It's kind of like.
Oh, I'm forgetting about the end game.
Yeah.
We have so all her character development gone.
Yeah, pretty much. She's back to square one.
So she'll be the bad guy of Guardians.
Yeah, I didn't think about that.
It's not a Back to the Future thing.
No,
yeah. Bullshit, remember?
Yeah, which made me laugh and also made me a bit sad.
It's a different take on time. Like, we don't actually know how time works.
Yeah,
so
of course.
Until then, we can just sort of play with any concept, and as long as it's plausible, it's possible.
Yeah.
They just wanted to go the different route, because if they had done that movie with the laws of Back to the Future, it would have been so much harder to dance around that sort of past element.
Yeah.
Which I think makes certain interactions pointless. Like to double check that Captain America thinks Captain America is just Loki, so it's okay. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's
technically, if there's no laws about breaking with the parallel universe or like a paradox version.
Oh yeah, that's what I was saying.
It doesn't really matter if he knows it's him or not. It takes the fear of ruining the future away, which is what that scene sort of set up by him being, he thinks it's Loki, so it's fine. But it doesn't really matter because it's a different timeline. Yeah. So if he figured out what was going on, it doesn't affect his timeline anyway.
Theoretically speaking, he knows that at some point in the future, the Avengers go into the past, and I think that'll
It would change his timeline.
Yeah, yeah.
But it won't affect our timeline.
No. Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it won't actually threaten our future. It will just change what happens there.
And that's what, what's her name? Tilda Swinton? What's her bloody... She's like... Anyway, how she says to Hulk, because of this timeline breaks apart. Yeah, I remember now.
And, and that's how the Loki show's coming into it. Because it's going to be the Loki from that escaped with the Tesseract.
Yeah.
So, I feel that's a cop-out.
Okay.
A little bit.
Yeah.
I feel like to have a show now on Loki is just because we want to show on Loki. So they wrote that little thing in there. And this comes back to what you're saying about all their shows and movies are going to start entwining more. Because I feel like it was, unless you watch the show now, that's a pointless thing to have in the movie.
Yeah.
So it's just...
my thing is with that, with the Loki thing, does that mean Avengers 1 is pretty much going to be... If we follow this Loki, does that mean he's going to go all the way through Avengers 1 again, just in a different way? Because that's what the Tesseract was. It was the focus of the first Avengers.
Well, of course, but if he changed... Okay, so he got the Tesseract, and then he morphed somewhere else. He transported... We don't know where he transported
of course,
to.
Yeah.
Okay, so the show could pick up 10 years later, which is after that whole thing, and he's had Tesseract the whole time. So it'll change the whole concept, because, technically, in that version, anyone can be alive, because it won't be reliant on the timeline of the movies.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
But it doesn't necessarily mean we're just going to watch his version of the movies. It'll be a whole different...
That's what I was worried about.
...thing of what he does with the Tesseract. It might not go into Thanos at all. Okay. But one would assume that he's going to have to deal with Thanos at some point, because he was sent there by Thanos to get the Tesseract.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to call it early, okay? So here's my prediction. Episode 1, or maybe season 1, but I'm going to go with episode 1. They're going to have Loki kill Thanos straight off the bat. Bang, done. Loki's now the big guy.
Okay.
Like they'll try really hard to just cut that out early on, and the way that it will be have Loki gets more powerful with the Tesseract and the Mind Stone, just go destroy him, and then he can have his own timeline and storyline regardless of
so you forget about
anything
Thanos.
to do. Yeah. So completely just ignore the movies because they've done that straight up.
The last thing I know about hearing without looking at my phone, because it's not on there, is the new Thor.
Yes, so we've got recently announced that Natalie Portman is back in the MCU, and she's going to be...
gave her Mjolnir.
Yeah, and she's going to be the female Thor.
The female Thor.
Yeah, look, I'm all for this.
Thor.
Yeah, I'm okay with this, I think.
Me too, I'm okay with it, sorry. But I thought she hated it. I thought she hated doing
That's
Thor.
what I was about to say. I'm okay with it, storyline-wise. But I'm very interested in
goes in the comics,
why she's come back. Like, what have they done... What have they offered her to make her go, yes, I would jump back into this franchise. And not just as a semi-character, I'm going to take a whole lead. So she can't just do that one movie and then go away.
Yeah, no, she's committed
to probably a trilogy. So
you know what they said? Here's all the money.
Here's all the money and a lead role.
Yeah.
Like, it's probably the lead role that got her there. Like, obviously money's important. Not going to dispute the money part. Disney money, she gets $4 billion just like George Lucas. But obviously, having the title role is a big thing, because a lot of the Avengers started off small. Like, you think Black Widow was just a somewhat character in Iron Man 2, and she rode the wave and got up to where she was. Poor Jane Foster.
Yeah, that's it. You're right.
She didn't. She was just sub character, and then they did.
Well, she was
Avengers.
A girlfriend, and that was it.
Well, that's what I mean. And then Avengers 2 came, and it was just not even there. Like. And even, they tried even a little bit to pay homage to Gwyneth Paltrow's character to bring Rescue in. Yeah. But still, they did give that character somewhat of a conclusion.
Sure.
And obviously, if Natalie Portman had stayed in the franchise, she might have had a bit more of a conclusion in Endgame.
I guess.
But I feel like she was just tossed to the side, just used whenever they needed her.
Yeah.
And maybe she was like, you know what, I don't need this.
I think is it Ragnarok? Loki says to Thor about how, like, she broke up with him, and he's like, oh, no, she didn't break up with me.
Yeah, they had to clarify, she's not in this movie, here's why.
Yeah, cool.
But it very much felt, and I loved Ragnarok. Like, it's by far the best Thor, one of the best Marvel movies, not discrediting that. I am happy with everything they did with that. But you can't dispute that Thor 1 and 2, and then Thor 3 is a whole different movie. And obviously there are other, directorial reasons for that. Like they went with a more funny path, and I agree with all of it.
Taika knocked it out of the park.
Oh yeah, no, it was amazing. But it seems very disjointed because of that.
Yeah.
So I feel that
Well, he's doing the next one too.
Of course. But so his trilogy, or whatever you want to call it originally, and Jane Foster's story, it never got concluded.
Oh yeah, okay, that's true.
They just here's a different story that broke away because he was on a different planet and that. So you can still come back to the Earth side of things and conclude it if they wanted to, which I'm guessing they're going to try to tie in.
About Endgame, I just remembered with Natalie Portman, the stuff she was in was just reused, was just footage they didn't use from the first or second Thor.
Yeah.
So
but she was on the red carpet for Endgame.
Was she?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, fair enough.
So she at least got an invite.
Well, I'll watch it, and I hope Chris Hemsworth is in it too.
Well, I'd assume I'd have to do some sort of passing the torch, sort of.
Well, he doesn't have the hammer anymore.
Well, no, but Captain America does. Oh, I see what you're saying. Oh, because it was... Yeah, that's true.
That's going to be difficult, because...
So is there a sub-reality that's going to happen?
Maybe it's another timeline, because the... What's his name? Doctor Strange one. It's called something Into the Multiverse, or Shadows of the Multiverse.
Yeah, so they're going to start...
So I think they're going to start...
Is this where it's going to get too confusing? Is this where they're going to follow the one, linear progression which pays homages to all the storylines that the Marvel comics have done, but to have all these movies that have different, threads and different things and links to that and things, is it going to get too confusing now? Because as it is, you've got 20 films, and I, every couple of months I've got a friend ringing me up going, what's the order in the movies to watch? And there's this stupid one about watching Captain America first, and then, and I
don't... You've got to watch them in the... They say to watch them in the order that they are, they are...
Which is stupid.
Sequencing. Yeah, that's dumb.
That is so stupid. You watch them in the order in which they were released.
Yeah. Well, you have to because of the end credit scene.
Yeah, that's what I mean. You have to watch it as
connecting bits.
It's one long story that goes all over the place. But my point is that as it is, it's confusing.
Yeah.
If they start adding in multiverses, and in this version you've got Jane Foster as Thor because she's got the meh. They can't do it that much.
Sure.
They're going to have to, in my opinion, still try to keep... And again, I keep saying I trust Marvel, and I do, but I do worry that if they have too many different timelines spreading all over the place, you're like, I'm going to go see Doctor Strange. Oh, that's good. I just saw Thor last night. Oh, well, that doesn't count because that one's a different universe. It's not going to work.
They do it well on the DC TV shows, but I guess that's TV, so it's different. Well, anyway, I guess that's it then, because that's all we know.
Yeah, that's it. We've got no trailers to work with. We've only got titles that have been released and a speculation on where the comics have gone and that sort of stuff. I mean, it'll be interesting in the next few months to see. Well, once year probably.
Yeah, once trailers start dropping.
Years, things start dropping and we can start sort of looking at things like that. I watched the first Iron Man in cinemas. I'm sure you did. A lot of people did.
Yeah.
We followed it through all the way. It was a really full on thing. Right near the end there, the last 2 or 3 years when they start throwing it at
2 movies a year.
And what the end game is. Pun included, intended. But it was such a big thing to get there. It was a monumental. It's happened once in a lifetime sort of moment.
Yeah. Maybe one day we'll talk about DC like this.
Well, we're getting Wonder Woman 83 or whatever it's called. I feel like they're just doing a Captain Marvel thing.
I feel like, I guess, but the Wonder Woman thing was announced way before Captain Marvel came out.
Get Out.
Wasn't it?
No, I don't know. I don't know if you're right or wrong. I just thought you'd Get Out. I feel like they're going to hit the 80s nostalgia that Marvel has done. They're going to hit the nostalgia that Stranger Things is smashing out of the park.
Yeah, that last season was tough.
100%. I don't know. DC is always just behind the trend.
Yeah.
And even if they did announce it before Captain Marvel, they're still just behind the trend. You know what I mean? They just keep trying to catch up. They need to just stop. Well, do something different. I think that DC could be a really dark and gritty, franchise.
I feel like
they're trying, but they're just not. They're not succeeding.
Yeah.
I don't understand what's going wrong.
Too many cooks in the kitchen, I think.
There's a lot of cooks in the kitchen, and that's the problem. Marvel. By the end of it, they had the 2 guys doing it, and they're the ones that are...
But, they have one person steering the ship, so to speak. They have one captain, which is Kevin Feige.
Yeah.
And then Kevin Feige says, all right, you fucking do this, you do that. and everyone knows
everyone has their assignments,
Yeah.
but he's in charge of where it's going, and that's what DC needs. Rather than that director didn't work, not get a different director. It's like stop and just let one person figure it out. Make it. That's what a universe is. You can't have 20 directors doing it and have it, hope it links together. Oh, I think we're done.
Okay.
Thanks for listening to our crap,
incoherent
guys.
bullshit.
Yeah, look, I don't think you get anything out of it. Like, if you care about our opinions at all,
Why?
you're a weirdo. All right, thanks, guys.
All right.
See you next time.
See ya.
Hi, guys. I hope you're enjoying our videos. For anyone that doesn't know me, my name is Eli, and I've recently released my first novel. It's called The Cat Kingdom. I've worked on this book for a very long time, and it means a lot to me. It's available online at Blurb Books. Please check it out. We'll put a link somewhere. I don't know where. Down here. Yeah, thanks.